here, boy. Come here, boy. Come on, boy.
I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm not sure if it's a reality show, if it's a documentary, if it's just a little bit of insight into our lives. I think we just want to share some of our fun.
Claire!
This is our year of living simply. We want to use fewer resources, spend less money, and concentrate on the things that are important to us, which are family and friends, and our personal relationship with each other.
What better way to do that than with two cats in an RV?
Mm-hmm. We're really roughing
it. No, nobody's going to buy that. Okay, shall we edit that part out?
A lot of that, yeah. It's just rambling at this point.
Video logging at a clothing optional public hot springs.
Nothing can go wrong.
See if it's our very own private hot springs. You're gonna walk all the way down there?
Yeah.
Okay, go. I'll wait here. Okay. I'll film this.
Okay. It's chilly. We drove up Road 1985, and it was a Forestry Service road. We found a really fantastic camping spot. There was nobody around, huge, beautiful old trees, and we really couldn't see much, which was kind of fun. Just being in the woods, just the two of us.
It would, sometimes I think it'd be nice to be up on a nice panoramic vista and look out over your subjects down below. The hot springs is open from sun up till sundown.
Mm-hmm.
And they discourage people from going in there after dark.
Yes, but people do.
It was obvious that people went in there after dark.
Yes, they would leave things behind.
Let's go back with our thermal camera and see if we can see them after dark sometime.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
A little creepy and weird.
Stay tuned. Let's get everything situated, then get in the truck and go back down to that hot springs.
Perfect, I love it.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Even though it's clothing optional, let's bring our bathing suits as an option.
Okay, I probably won't wear mine.
Okay, but you might want the option.
Okay.
So we're walking down the trail. It's a nice trail. Trish, turn and look.
It's a beautiful
What'd
trail.
they say, 5 or 6 minutes to get there?
Yes.
And we don't know what we're gonna see, but the people that we meet on the trail coming back up, they don't look us in the eye. Have you noticed that? They just kind of, so we'll see.
All right, we'll find out.
And, they don't let you film at the hot springs.
Thank God.
There was a mixture of people there. There was old people, young people, and groups of people and single people. There were couples, there were families.
There's creepy old guys by themselves.
Yeah, that was probably my least favorite part.
Mine too.
Yeah.
The top pool was 114 degrees Fahrenheit, and then they cooled off as they got lower.
We never got in the top one.
No, we got in the second one, and that was about 100. That was perfect.
And each one of them was a little bit different. You had different seating arrangements. Some of them were deep, some of them were shallow.
I have to.
You know what I found that was amazing?
What's that?
We were in that pool for 2 different days,
Hmm.
but during all that time, I didn't see a single person get up and use the pit toilets that were up there. Isn't that amazing?
It was amazing.
Mm.
Nobody had to pee.
Yeah, amazing.
It's
And
a
in that
miracle.
lower pool, there was nobody there, so we got to sit down there.
Once you took your swim trunks off and stretched out in that lower pool, nobody bothered us.
Nobody wanted to join us.
It was all ours. We had planned to go home on Sunday, so we came back from the hot springs about noon. Was it
Yes.
about noon? Yeah.
Mhm.
And we made lunch and packed up our stuff.
You took a nap.
Then we were ready to roll away.
As we were rolling away, we were planning when we were going to come back. Would you want to go back there?
Oh, I definitely wanted to go back there.
Mm-hmm.
We had discussed bringing our friends Greg and Tina.
And apparently it's open year-round.
And I really wanted to see it with the snow.
When there's snow.
And we pulled out into the road and we noticed that there was a lot of black smoke, more than would be normal for a campfire, which is not allowed right now. So we thought, well, we'll see what's causing that. And we drove forward, the only way out from our campsite, and we saw flames. We saw fires. We saw actual flames. This is not something you can outrun. The ground was on fire, the treetops were on fire, and it was traveling fast. We got to the parking lot for the hot springs, and there were no cars. And it's usually people waiting, a lot of activity, and it was a ghost town. At that point, we could see that the gorge below the bridge was on fire. Everything was on fire. The path down to the hot springs was on fire. Even across the reservoir, there was a fire over there.
We might not be able to get out.
Oh my God.
Well, we drove through the smoke, fire on both sides of the road, and it wasn't maybe a quarter mile, and we saw headlights.
Yes. We didn't know if it was going to be a ranger or if it was going to be another tourist camper trapped like we were that had turned around, and we were kind of screwed if that was the case.
If he would have had a trailer on his rig going the other way, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, that we would have all been running for the reservoir. Turns out it was a forest ranger, and he was one of the first ones on site who had discovered it, and he'd called for backup, but it was such a rural area that it took a while for people to get there. He said that he had just come up the way we were headed out, and if we got going, we could still make it and take our trailer with us.
Yep. So we did.
We did. That was scary.
It was really sad. I don't know. I don't think it'll open up this year.
Oh no.
The whole place burned.
Yeah, 110 acres burned.
Yeah, it's still burning. Thanks for watching this very first episode of Trish and TF, Plain and Simple. 2 years ago, we committed to becoming free of all debt. And 10 weeks ago, we sold our home and committed to spend 1 year living as simply as we can. Thanks for joining us tonight on our journey. You can catch us each week, Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, as we explore our world, plain and simple.